So, Arla is a dairy cooperative, which means we produce milk and cheese and so on, and we are the biggest producer of dairy actually for organic type. And we have 20,000 employees spread across all around the world, so multinationalities, and with our headquarters being in Denmark, we have our colleagues basically everywhere. So we use Microsoft products actually to stay in touch.
Cool. So as we play past the mic, you guys were having some challenges with your old intranet. Could you tell us a little bit about those? What types of things were you experiencing?
Well, sure, absolutely. I think what we're experiencing was not so much different than probably most of what you all are going through. We had an intranet built, give or take, 3 or 4 years ago, and it was built as you did back then. It was done on-prem, SharePoint Classic, customized left to right to our needs. Every single bit was made just how we wanted it. And such, it was great, but the problem came pretty much right after it was launched, because as soon as we wanted any changes done to it, new features, new functionality, there was only one to fork the bill, and that was us. So it meant that over time, it just deteriorated, that we're starting to lack new features, lack functionality that we actually needed, such as things that 3, 4 years ago you didn't think about them, but nowadays you kind of need them. For example, 3 years ago, mobile was something you thought, okay, that could be okay to have, but it wasn't really necessary. But today, of course, you need mobile. So we're starting to see all these things we were needing, didn't have, plus we had infrastructure behind that just running out of support, Windows Server OS, so on and so forth. And we knew we just needed to do something with this intranet to bring it to life somehow.
Cool. So, obviously you had multiple challenges there that you were laying out. How'd you go about solving those challenges?
Sure, and now this thing works, I hope. Okay, good. So actually, about give or take a year ago, there was Ignite 2018. And there I was sitting in the audience of the Jeff Teeper SharePoint keynote, and I was watching there as he went through some demos on how you could create an intranet with the SharePoint framework in there. And what I could see there, I was looking at it, was actually the way this thing was structured and what you could do with it, with the mega menu and the hub sites and so on and so forth. I got the idea, okay, this could actually turn into our intranet. It had the components that we sort of needed. What we had today in our intranet could actually be built this way. So that was sort of the way where my idea started to come in, that what if we, instead of trying to put more money into upgrading or converting or migrating or something our intranet, we simply instead said, what about we just ditch what we have? 3 or 4 years old, okay, we have to say goodbye to it, and instead we build a new one. We simply build a new one using the components we have available off the shelf. So came back to Denmark and started sharing the idea with some colleagues and see, okay, can we build a case around this? And we quickly could start seeing, okay, if we ditch what we have and just go with off the shelf, what is it we're saving in operational savings here? And what would the cost be of creating this new intranet? And we could see that we were looking at something like a year and a half before we were break even. So it started being, okay, this is actually a no-brainer. This is something we need to do. And so the thing was, we tried building this case and wanted to go through with it. And I sort of built up these few rules that we had to live by. I said, okay, number 1 rule is we do not make any customizations. We simply just configure what we can out of SharePoint. We're not going to write a single line of code. This has to be completely off the shelf, as is. And rule number 2 is we do not migrate anything. We're going to build this from scratch, so it means that all content has to be created all over again. The reason was, if you just migrate everything, sorry to use my French, but bad stuff and in bad stuff out, if it's not being used today, don't migrate it. So by giving it that sort of ownership in the business, we could ensure there was only relevant content that was moved. And as we then brought along, we created a team with Kinga here as product owner, and we went from there.
Yeah, so as you could see, we started off with a very bold decisions because, people are getting very attached to their content, and then you're telling them you have to go back and see if it's even relevant anymore. And this is where we also talked decisions based on facts all the time, because we made sure that, of course, content owner is going to say, It's very important, and then you show them the numbers saying nobody have looked at it for a year now. And it was about 1/3 of the content, so I would strongly recommend to do this exercise whenever you're in a similar situation. And that also what was driving the way it was set up. So the framework on the SharePoint, of course, online, and then the structure of it was kind of similar to what we used to have in old intranet, so people were not that confused when we were bringing in this change. The other thing, as you've already heard, we had some content owners who were responsible of reviewing all the content that they have and making sure it was moved to the new solution, but also in a way maybe that was more user-friendly, because that's a great opportunity actually to bump up whatever you have and make sure that if you look at it in a year, people are actually going there and you don't end up with a content that is not relevant to anybody. So that was the next thing that we did. But then, of course, we created a lot of mockups. I think there were like 30 of them, when we basically use all of the things that are out of the box for SharePoint, put them on the main page, and ask 50 of our colleagues, which were chosen throughout the company, basically. So we have different points of views, people from different localization, and people from different structure heights, as you can call it. So they would give us feedback, what they liked and what they didn't. And based on that, we have created the landing page as we know it. And from there, our content owners would create the portals. So each business area was represented.
So I believe, you guys went live, I think it was October 1st, right? Yeah, so it's been about a month now. So what type of results or return are you seeing on this investment?
So first of all, we could see what people would tell us, because we are running a survey from the day that we started till now. So they would see that it's simplified, so it's easier to find information. They really liked some of the changes that we introduced, like quick links, for example. I was kind of surprised how easy that was, just to give them that. And of course, we see some additional things, like most of all, it's available on mobile. So this is something new that people did not have before. So if I travel to United States and I want to find out what hotels my company has agreement with, I wouldn't be able to do that previously. And now with my mobile, I have access to all of the information. The other thing that we are seeing, it's getting people closer to their work, basically, with a search that actually allows you to go through the intranet content, but also the content you have access to from OneDrive, for example. It makes it easier to find whatever you are looking for. So it's faster. It's also loading faster on the computers that we're having. But most of all, it's out of the box, so the cost-conscious factor of it just cannot be undervalued, because we are not spending our money, we're spending money of our farmers. So this was a very, very strong factor actually in choosing this solution. And since it's a part of the Microsoft suite, we can vamp it a little bit ourselves if we need to, with the power-ups, for example, to find solutions for things that we really need.
Sounds great. I look forward to hearing more as the rollout progresses and continues to go. So thank you guys. Thank you very much for joining us, telling us your story. Very warm welcome. Okay. And I thank them for jumping literally on stage while the folks got things worked out for us. So I think that's a great story. There's a couple of things in there for me that really jump out, right? Like, for example, when Stig was talking about, sitting here at Ignite 12 months ago in the same seats that everyone else in the room is, and being able to take that knowledge back and do something and actually be here on stage a year later with a completed product. I mean, that's a pretty rapid turnaround from there. So I think that's something to sort of take and run with from here. Now, very similar to the story that we were just listening to and talking to with Arla Foods, we continue to talk and listen to a lot of customers out there. It's been about 3 years since we made this transition from classic SharePoint and the old architecture into this newer, modern SharePoint that we live in today. And on that journey, right, it's been a journey. We've been building more and more of the scaffolding and infrastructure. And we're really at a point where a lot of the feedback we hear from customers is the parts that we really need are there, right? You heard, as Kinga said in there, about all the things that they were able to build right out of the box, as opposed to using third-party products, custom code, et cetera. So we've really been listening a lot. We've heard a lot of feedback about areas we could polish and enhance, and a lot of the announcements this week are framed up in that mode, right? It's the feedback of people in this room that have really helped shape a lot of that work and functionality we've done. Now, I think about them in two large boxes in my head. The first is around site experiences, about creating those experiences that connect the digital workplace. Right? We talked about home sites. We announced them at SharePoint conference last May. The rollout of home sites has begun. That will be completed globally in the very near future. We've taken and brought the ability to bring root sites, the modern sites, right to your root. Right? Very big request. Jeff demoed this yesterday. If you were in his session, right? The ability to take your tenant WAC and have that be your home site rather than whack, whatever you have out there for your site name. The ability to take audience targeting, not just to news and pages that we've provided, but we take that now even farther to give you the ability to target navigation. So you can have the navigation menus adjust and change as needed based on any Azure Active Directory attributes that you need to use. We've done a lot of work around branding. This is an area we've heard feedback that we need to get stronger in, and we've focused a lot of energy here. So we give you the ability to do a lot of controls on the footer, a lot of groupings, a lot of colors, background colors, etc. We give you the ability to take now, and we've announced a new shy header, so you can claim back some of that header space inside your organization if that's the right thing for you. We've now announced this week the ability to brand the entire mobile experience so you can have your colors, your theme, your images all there. And we launch a whole series of new hub capabilities. For example, the ability when someone wants to join a hub, you can control that, you can manage that, you can approve that. But also as IT, you've got to sometimes move around large numbers of sites into hubs. So we bring the ability to do bulk hub associations into the admin center. Another request we've heard that we've acted on is the ability to associate hubs to hubs similar to how you can associate sites to hubs. Now, I'm going to put the disclaimer. With great power comes great responsibility. Right? You can build some really elaborate IAs to meet your needs. You can also get yourself in some trouble, right? We'll try to do things to keep you out of there. But as you think through how you're going to build these IAs and how you're going to do this, right, as we just heard in the experience of Arla Foods, right, maybe it's a good time as you're making these migrations to think about, well, do I really need this content? Should I have it there? How should it be? And think through those types of things. We also add hub permissions and hub analytics, but rather than me just sitting here and talking, let me hand it over to Melissa Torres to give you a demo of this.
Hi, everyone. Nice. So are you guys all excited to see the enhancements that Brad was just talking about in action? Yeah, OK. I expect some energy from you all. OK, so let me switch over. Cross our fingers, hope this works. Moment. Yes! Already I'm celebrating. OK, so we're going to start at the top of your intranet with the home site. Now, you've heard this week the home site is the landing destination for your intranet. It brings together news, content, conversations. It connects the workplace with intelligent search and rich navigation. And it's also personalized. So information and activities are relevant to the user. To bring some of this personalization to life, as you heard Brad just mention, we're bringing audience targeting to navigation. And I'm going to show you how it works. So here I am in the landing, the home site for the Contoso Electronics organization. And I'm Megan, logged in as Megan, who works in the sales department and is based of the Seattle office. When she hovers over the who we are, she sees a global set of resources that are good for the company, but she sees here information from her sales organization. So it's being targeted to her. When she wants to find out what's the latest happenings, she can go and find out about the global events, but she can also see events that are more particular to her based on where she is located. Now, when Adele logs into her home site, She sees the same experience, but Adele is from the marketing organization department based off New York. So when she sees marketing here, and when she hovers over what's happening, she sees local events to New York. So immediately right there, you can see that they each see what's important to them and relevant to them. And now this targeting not only exists, as we said, for navigation, but it also exists for things like news. And so here you could see that Megan over here is seeing a specific set of articles for her, while Adele sees a different set. Come on, that's pretty cool, right? Yeah. So the capability to target specific things for navigation, as well as news and highlighted content stuff, as well as web parts like your feed, which surface relevant document activities for what's happening with your files. And if you scroll down here, ability to get to your most frequent sites, so quick way to wayfind yourself around, really help you build engaging and relevant experience for your users. Now, I mentioned before that the home site is not just about bringing content together, it brings content and conversations. And so I want to highlight the new Yammer web part right here, which looks great, but also lets you submit questions, mark things as best answers, send praise, and even comes with rich text editing. Now, as I scroll down, I want you to notice the footer. Like Brad's mentioning, we heard your feedback, and we know that we wanted to extend the footer, and so we're adding this extended footer, but our branding capabilities not only stop there. So with additional footer options, as well as header options, and theming, where you can select out of our box themes or add your own custom theme, you really can start to build the intranet to look and feel the way you want. Now, any site can be a home site. But we know that for a lot of you, you almost want the root site to be the one that is your home site. And by the way, root site, I mean when you go to your organization's name at .sharepoint.com. And so for those of you with new tenants, you already have this capability. But for those of you who don't, I'm happy to announce that now you can take an existing communication site that you build out and make it into the root. Let me show you how it works. So here is my current root site. And I've created this perspective communication site, which looks great. I spent my time to build it and make sure that it works exactly what I wanted. So now I can go to the new Modern Admin Center, click on that site, on the existing root site, click Replace Site, and add the perspective that I want to switch to. And don't worry, your old site won't be deleted. Click Save. And as simple as that, we move that new site, communication site that got created, over to your root. Come on, that's exciting. So it's still in progress. Come on, come on. Well, you can trust me that it works. Let me see if it's a...
Nope, it just came up.
Oh, it did?
I thought so. Or did you hit the next tab?
I hit the next tab.
Oh.
It's OK. You can trust me with the work, because we did it for here. I'll come back to it. OK, so now that we talked about the home site, let's talk about how you organize your sites with hubs. Now, hubs help you organize related sites together into departments, divisions, locations, functions, whatever fits your organization the best. So I'm going to cover some of the new stuff that's coming to hubs real soon. So starting with, you know you're in a hub when you see the hub navigation at the top. And you can navigate through sites connected to your hub, and you see that seamless transition. Well, remember that audience targeting feature that I showed you before? Well, guess what? It works on the hub as well, on the hub navigation as well. So here I am. Yeah, thank you. So here you are on an associated site connected to the hub, and you can see that Megan sees events from Seattle. And if I switch over for Adele, she sees events from New York. And it goes across not just the hub site, but all the associated sites. Next up, in addition to the ability to audience target your navigation nodes for the hub, we're also excited to bring in what we're calling making it easier to manage hub permissions with hub permissions. So if I click over to site permissions, you can see this hub pivot right here. And what this lets you do is if you want to set, let's say you wanted to have all the employees in the sales organization have access to all the sites within a hub, we now make that easier for you. You add an AD group here like Sales FT, and when a site gets associated to the hub, it now gets that group. And to show you how it looks, I've created this site. Click here, go to site information, join the hub. You know I like to demo this. Now you'll notice that we promised that when we initially shipped hubs, you can choose to separate permissions or not. So here we prompt the owner, hey, do you want to sync these permissions? And if you do save, bam! You get the global navigation at the top, and you get the theming. I'll refresh in a moment, it'll be there. And if I hover over to site permissions, you'll see that now the site permissions on the associated site has the hub pivot as well, and it tells you what's coming from there. So you can see that your permissions are coming from both your site and from the hub. So that's pretty exciting. Yay! Thank you. There's the theme. Oh, and by the way, if you set up a site design, we would also set that up. And here's an example of a site design running to set up your consistent IA across your hub. Now, last but not least, I want to show you another thing that is exciting and based on your customer feedback. I've heard from a lot of you talking to me about, hey, we want to understand the usage across the hub, not just the hub site itself. So I'm excited to show that we're bringing hub usage analytics. And what this does, it gives you an ability to view not only what's happening on your hub site, but across all the sites connected to your hub. Anywhere from unique viewers to site visits, and as I scroll down, you can see popular content from documents, news posts, and even sites, and you can transition from views to viewers easily like that, so you get a real sense of what's going on for your hub. So another tool for you. Awesome. And the next thing, lastly, as Brad mentioned, based on feedback from you guys, we are giving you a way to connect hubs together. When you do that, we enable search across hubs as well as discovery, and we make it easier for you to curate navigation from hub to hub. If you want to see more, because I know we're running tight, come to my session on Thursday at 2 p.m., and I'll demo it there. Now, the last thing that I want to show you is hopefully all these experiences are having you think about moving to modern. Well, I'm excited to announce we have one more thing you can do. So here's a classic team site that our team uses, and we've actually really want it to be a communication site. So now you can pick that site, and you can run this friendly PowerShell command, click yes, and just like that, your site will become a new communication site. And so if I click here on home, ta-da! So you can convert a classic team site to a communication site. And don't worry, your content's still there. Your files are still there. By the way, I promised I would go back to this. Here it is, the root site. Let me refresh. Let's see the perspective show up there. There it is!
A little slow.
Cool. Well, thank you guys very much. Back to Brad.
Thank you. Can you punch me back? Oh, can you hit me? So that was a great demo. You saw a lot of the new experiences that we're working on around the site experiences. Some things that you've seen there, though, you saw a lot of the site designs and such. Folks often ask, well, where did they come from? They look great. How can I get a hold of them? All of those are designs from the SharePoint lookbook. So if you go to lookbook.microsoft.com, it's very easy for you to grab those and bring them into your own organization. Now, the next bucket I think about is I think about all these new enhancements and all these new capabilities that we're bringing is really around page authoring and publishing, right? This is where you really create your stories. This is where you tell your message and your tales. And so how do I think about these? What do I think we need in there? What have we heard feedback on? Well, the first one is around scheduling, right? Normally, with SharePoint today, you push publish, and out it goes, right? We've all been in the situation. What happens when it needs to go at a particular time? Do I have to sit there? Do I have to pay attention, right? Good example, if you happen to be a West Coast company doing an event on the East Coast, you make lots of people get up really early in the morning, right? So here, with page scheduling, you can now schedule that to send it out when you want it to go. Another piece that's really important to tell your story is the visual impact, right? We've given you the ability to date, you can choose to search the web, and we will bring in lots of images, all with Creative Commons to make sure that they're good and legal for you, but you can find them. You can also take and bring in assets from your organization. So you can have org assets, for example, logos or stock photography that are shared around. You can also take and bring in your own files. But one thing that we're announcing this week is we're going to bring a new stock image library available to you. This will have thousands of images when it launches. We'll have a new picker so you can browse through those images, search through those images, and we will over time continue to add more images there to continue to make this richer and deeper. We've brought out new web parts. You saw the new Yammer web part. If you've seen in any of the keynotes, the My Feed web part. We will continue to make updates to things, for example, to improve things about undo and resizing. And so there's a whole host of web part enhancements that we're driving. But one of the biggest, in my opinion, is multilingual publishing, right? The ability to take and be able to both create and consume content in your preferred language. So what we will allow you to do is publish that as publishers in the language that is right and best for you, and allow users to select their language on the fly to look at the page that's relevant from them. Now, this is not just straight translation, right? We're not just taking a page, bouncing it off cognitive services and saying, here you go, great, here's your Spanish page or your Chinese page or whatever, right? We understand and we've heard from you that it's not translation, it's localization which is important, right? If you're publishing a page, say, on a benefits portal, those benefits are going to be different. You don't want to just straight translate that page. You need to localize it. And so we have the ability for you to take and have different people in your organization who own those pages or who translate those pages. They can get notified as things happen, and they can make adjustments for their region as appropriate. Now, one of the things that we will do to make it easier, and you see that here in the screenshot, is we will give them the ability to visually version these pages. So rather than just saying, hey, there's a new page out here, they can actually go in and see what was added, what was deleted, what was changed. Very similar to change tracking in Word, for example. So this way, it makes it much easier for them to keep those pages up to date. But rather than keep talking about this, I think it's much better to show it in action. So I'm going to ask Debjani Mitra here to give us a quick tour. Thank you.
Thanks, Brad. Let me switch over to my machine. It was 6, right?
8 on the bottom. There we go.
Brad.
Yep.
Can you guys hear me? I think my, okay, great. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to give you a tour of some of our latest authoring and publishing capabilities. These capabilities help you create SharePoint pages and news posts, which are the fundamental building blocks of all of the sites in your intranet. Definitely feel free to clap when you feel the need to. But I will also put in a disclaimer that I just ran into some connectivity issues. So if things are slow, the well-accepted fall guy in this room is the Wi-Fi, not SharePoint. So with that, let's jump into it. Here I am on the Contoso news site. This is a source of organization news at the company. And notice that I see the homepage in English. But we've heard from many of you that you need your SharePoint pages and news posts available in different languages. Therefore, notice the language option on the top right, and let me introduce you to our new multilingual capability. So I see this site homepage in English because that's my user preference. But if I wanted to, I could go here and change that language to Spanish. And now, this homepage is available to me in Spanish once the Wi-Fi cooperates, as you can see right here. Thank you very much. You can scroll down to see more of it as well. And in fact, if I click on any one of these news posts, say this one, that is available in Spanish too. So I can continue to consume content in my language of choice. So now let me show you how our multilingual solution works. Here, as an author, I have drafted up this news post, and you can see it's in English, which is the default language on this site. But Contoso is a global company, and they need all of their official content translated into 4 other languages. So to do that, all I need to do is click on this new translation icon in the command bar. And as you can see, this now gives me the ability to start translations in those 4 languages. When I click on Start for All Languages, this will notify those translators who have been configured under site settings that they need to come in and create a translated version of this page. When translators click on that notification, they arrive on a copy of this page that looks like this. So in this case, I am a Spanish translator. You can see that I've started translating this post already. And the really great thing is, not only can I create my version of the text, I can also go in and edit and modify other web parts as appropriate in my language. When I'm done, I can just go ahead and post news so that end users gain the benefit of multilingual pages and news posts. And we heard from you that for multilingual to be truly successful, we need to notify translators not only when that original translation is kicked off, but also when subsequent changes happen on this article. And that's exactly how we've built this. When translators click on that notification, they arrive on a view that looks like this. I'm excited to introduce you to our new page compare capability, which visually highlights what web parts changed, what changed in those web parts, who made the change, and when those changes were made. Translators can check this out. They can then make the call of which of these changes is appropriate for their versions, and then do so. And by the way, this page compare capability is available for all. Translators arrive at this view automatically when they click on that notification, but anyone can access that view by clicking on the page status in the command bar, then picking the version they want to diff against and saying, show me the difference. Thank you very much. Our comprehensive multilingual solution aims to empower translators, keeping them in the loop at every step of the way, and also giving them ownership over their versions. So on that high note, I'm going to go ahead and author a new news post. So again, this site is a source of authoritative news at the company. Most people coming to this site would not be able to edit or create content on this site. They'd be viewers, consumers of content on this site. In this scenario, I am a member of the corporate communications team, so I'm going to go ahead and create a news post announcing a new teamwork initiative at the company. So to do that, I click on New, and then say News Post. And here you see I have the ability to create a news post from one of our featured out-of-box templates. But the corporate communications team has also been able to add a number of custom templates here for news posts that are frequently posted on this site. And if I click on one of them, I get a handy preview of what that template entails. Well, today I'll select the culture template and create post. And when I do that, notice that a new news post gets created with web parts already there, a layout already there, and suggested content as well. Well, the first thing you're going to want to do is give it a title. So I'm just going to say Teamwork Training. And next, I want to change the placeholder banner image. Now, one of the big advantages of using SharePoint News is that you can tell your story in a really visually compelling way. You can pull your banner image from a web search. You can use stock images. We recently announced that we would be releasing thousands of beautiful, high-quality images for you to use in your pages and news posts. You can also upload images from your OneDrive, from your desktop. But today, we are going to use organization assets. These are approved assets from your organization that authors of pages and news posts can leverage. So let's go into the business and workplace folder, which has some approved culture images. And I really like how this one looks, so I'm going to go with it. Great. That's going to show up in a bit. There it did. OK. Now to add content. Well, of course, I can type directly into this text web part. And you can see that SharePoint provides a number of out-of-box formatting options. But if you're like me, you work by drafting up your post in Word. So I have that right here. And I'm going to go ahead and copy the whole thing, including that image. And I'm going to go back to my post and paste this right in. Now, notice that not only did the text carry over, but so did the image. And it's generated an image web part for itself. Thank you very much. And this feature is particularly handy because I actually want to move that image to the right of my text. So I can easily go change this to a 2-column section, and then drag and drop this image into that space. Awesome. That'll show up in a bit as well. OK, now I'm going to fill out the people web part that's in this template, and I'll specify the 2 individuals that are in charge of this initiative at the company, Isaiah and Megan. Wi-Fi again, you guys. And finally, I want to provide some resources for the readers of this news post to go check out. And to do that today, I'm really excited to show you our new wiki linking capability that allows you to bring in other pages and news posts into this article with just a few keystrokes. Now, to do that, I'm going to use the standard wiki linking syntax, which is open brackets, and you can see that it intelligently suggests some articles to me. I can type to filter to the right one. Let's go with that. Linked in just a few seconds, and I'll do that again. Great, and now this post is ready. Now I can kick off translations using that method that I showed you earlier. But we're not done. We also heard from you, including while I was sitting in the audience down there, which was super, that another capability you really want is the ability to schedule a news post or a page to be published at a future time. And today, I am thrilled to give you a preview into our new page scheduling capability. So here I am on a news post that's kicked me out of the edit session. So I'm going to go back in. Great. So it's a post about an acquisition. I have authored it up, but I can't publish it till Monday at 7 a.m. when the embargo on this acquisition is lifted. So all I need to do is click on page details. Now you can see I have the option to schedule the post right here. I'm going to toggle it on. I can give it a date and a time. I'm just going to type in the date, though you can use the calendar picker as well. Say 7 a.m. And notice that the post news button changed to say post later. When I'm ready, I can go ahead and click on it. And now this news post is in the queue to be published at the date and time I specified. Thank you very much. So on that note, I'll hand this back to you, Brad.
Thank you so much. So we covered a lot here. There's a lot more coming. I put this slide up. Everyone always asks. It's the photo slide, I know. Everyone always asks, hey, you showed us a lot of great things. When are they coming? So a lot of the things we showed you are over there in the far column that will be available soon. A few of the things that we showed, as well as some others, coming early next year. The top of mind, these are things that we don't have a committed internal plan, so we're not comfortable to give you an exact date, but these are definitely things that we've heard we are aggressively pursuing, and that we will have more information in terms of date and timing for you in the months to come. So we covered a lot of ground, a lot of new features coming in the product. Now, you will see we are going to kick off an 18-city tour around the globe here. 4-hour, that's a long workshop. A 4-hour hands-on immersive workshop in these cities. So if you're interested, you can go ahead and register for that. And so with that, we will wrap things up. And really the question is, how do you take this knowledge and what will you do with the intelligent intranet inside of your business? Thank you guys very much.